Welcome everyone. Tuesday meditation. Breathing in, life force coming in. Beautiful prana, delicious oxygen. That little flute meditation was joined by the joyous phone call ring of someone calling in. Continue to breathe for a minute, just releasing the tension of the day, bringing in the delicious coherency of life. Beautiful feeling attracts the healing. Beautiful peace. Just find that comfortable posture. Your head is balanced above your shoulders. Doesn't weigh anything. Chin tucked in a little bit. Bringing the energy from the frontal lobes to the top of the head. Bring your attention to the center of your body. The midline. Harmonizes everything. Feel the earth. Mother Gaia, this great powerful gravity, loving you. Just breathing into Gaia gravity. Relaxing brain. Relaxing forehead. Relaxing jaw. You might find that there's a lot of tension, anger, frustration can find its way into your mandibular joint. And so let's say for anyone experiencing this, we're just sending a little zap to your apteroid muscles in the back, a little zap to your temporalis muscles, masseter muscles, just relaxing the side of the face, relaxing the jaw. Relaxing brain. Relaxing eyeballs. Relaxing your shoulders and neck. Just coming into this great swirl of love that you are. This great vortex of loving frequency. Just bask in your glow for a minute. Just feel who you are. The mind wants to run ahead of everything. But bring the mind back. The bird will circle. It will come back. Just bring that bird back to your wrist. Tuck in its wings. Relaxing mind, relaxing brain. Opening heart. Good start. We breathe. Find that softening place, very soft. That hard edge we have on the world, just lighten, soften, easing it. Allowing the thoughts to resolve and dissolve. Just bringing your attention back to the heart, and then breathing into the heart. Just hang out for a minute. Notice that you're noticing. We can bring our attention a little deeper into the viewer, relaxing the doer, dropping into the viewer. The viewer exists in a beyond time and space. Right? This deep self is there when you wake up in the morning and tells you how long you've been asleep. This is a deeper than the conscious mind observation deck. It's always observing, whether you're unconscious, conscious, semi-conscious. Wherever you might be, your deep self is totally present. So we're just going to connect to that. Notice that you're noticing. It's like the escape hatch. Life gets kind of boxy and kind of rigid, stiff, right? We want to melt that, relax that, softening. We do that with the breath, gentle breathing, becoming pure consciousness. Self-organizing consciousness. It totally knows what to do. You can surrender to your own being. You're a genius deeper down. You might even be a genius deeper up. We're just going to observe this. Your own genius, the perfect master that you already are at the deepest level. And I'm not joking. I'm not just saying that, right? Seems to be the truth, that the deep self is completely realized. There's no problem there. There never will be any problem there. Someone asked yesterday when I said, peace is stronger than war. And then I didn't notice what they wrote at that moment, but they're asking, well, how's that work? Well, the obvious observation is that the deep self is the nature of it all, right? You're made out of peace, so any conflict arising cannot stand the fact that you're made out of peace. It's not going to survive against the peace. The peace will win. So let's breathe into the peace. Defy war. War is sort of like an angry emotion that rises up and then it blows away, right? It's not that real later on. It's sort of, where did it go? It's like the ego, sort of a flare-up, right? Out of some anxious response. And then it settles back down into the self. So we breathe and settle back down into the self. There's a lot of fire in California right now. So I'm playing the Perfection 44 CD that Joss Jaffe, Montino Bourbon, and I made with my cat who purred in B flat. Why am I playing this raga? Because it's Meg raga. Meg is the rain raga. I don't know if you can hear that yet. But this will bring the rain, will help bring the rain. These amazing pentatonic scales are elemental. So today's meditation is on the 5 elements. Yesterday we looked at how they work through the organs and glands in the body. The title was Mythopoetic Body Electric. Today we'll work more with the electric part. more subtle level energies. A quick review of the glands and organs. The Chinese came up with this wonderful cycle. It's called the Sheng cycle, spirit cycle of sorts. The Sheng cycle begins with whatever organ you want to begin on, but let's begin with the kidneys, because that's the water element. That's the mystical flow, icosahedral, flexible lattice geometry, amazing stuff. Pure gratitude, there it is, in your body, 70%. So just observing your water nature, made out of water. Just like the ocean and the land, 70-30 percentage. The ocean is the same salinity as your blood. We're literally a microcosmic earth. We are the weather. So we're going to breathe into that effect we have on all things affecting us. We're part of this quantum universe. Everything is connected. We breathe. Feel the peace. That's the point. The water element is peace, but water can be turbulent. Emotions can stir up the waters. So again, the water element in your body, feeling it, noticing it. If you have too much water, you could have gastric issues, right? It sort of melts the earth down and gets kind of liquid. Not good, you need more earth. Different afflictions essentially are different elemental imbalances. California is on fire. There's some imbalance. Probably just mad at the Republicans. The whole state's on fire. So bring it back to peace. Deeper peace. Translate that into 3D. Sending the peace, sending the water energy, the Meghraga. Good feeling, attracting the healing, magnetic principle. It's like the iron in your body, right? Attractor fields, the metallic energies. Let's just stay with this water element. Feel its flow factor. Holds information, dilutes the toxins, keeps you hydrated. If you lose just 2% of the water element, you'll feel really kind of dizzy and tired. This water element is essential for resonance. And then that water element in the kidneys and the bladder moves into the liver, gallbladder constellation, feeds the wood energy. And so if your business is lagging or sagging, dragging, you need more water for your wood. Your liver needs to receive the water principle. Water is like gratitude, right? So if you're mad, upset, frustrated, feel the gratitude to fix your business. You could use a government grant, but gratitude might be even better. It's the GR, the grant, gratitude, greatness. Just feel the water element entering into your liver. Strengthening the wood principle, the expansion principle in your body. When the liver's happy, it delivers its wood to the bonfire of the heart. So you could say that's a cure for depression, right? So energize your liver with the water element. Ultimately brings more logs, more wood to the fire. Just feeling your heart expand with the wood principle. Business brings in money. Money is energy. Energy fans the fire. Money is neutral. But your heart is resonant principle. So this amazing astral radio station transmuting matter into spirit, spirit into matter. Let's transact in the heart. Let's feel the heart. It's an incredible field. Feel that warmth. Relaxing brain. It's almost like, where do we go from there? It feels so good. Don't need to go anywhere right now. Just bask in the heart. Breathing in more oxygen to the flames. My grandmother's house, in the fireplace, we had a bellows. If you pump the bellows, boost the fire. So how do we do that? We pump the oxygen. There's all kinds of pranayamas you could do. Let's say for right now, just slowly intake as much breath as you can fill up with. Bring it all the way down to the diaphragmatic muscles. And just hold for a moment and slow exhalation. And just feel the peace. this kind of state, you can experience the intuition on a whole nother level. Because the first instinct is go to the front of the brain to think. But in meditation, it's like you catch the insight flash. I remember when I was playing softball as a 10-year-old in Lebanon, I was the shortstop, and a baseball came flying right by my head as hard as it could have been hit. And somehow my glove lifted up and caught it without me thinking, which was, wow, how'd I do that? Right? There's some part of us that's faster than light. Just pew. Without thinking, you know. So let's just notice this part. You might have an advantage if you have the planet Uranus positioned correctly in your chart. You might just flash. Right? Uranus is a explosive. Insight, intelligence comes with a flash. You might miss it. It happens so fast. So I recommend this. Notice the flash information. It's your body giving you the speed of light update. Again, so water feeds wood, feeds fire. And then in the chest, there's 4 fire organs. Small intestine, heart is the Chinese paired version, along with pericardial sheath, triple warmer. So we get massive blaze in the chest. We're just basking in the blaze. Override the brain. Feeling too much fire, you just ground it into the earth energy of the body. The 2 organs out of the earth element is the stomach and the spleen. It's like where we digest reality. This incredible microbiome. Every organ has a garden. Essentially, you are a garden planet. You're this wondrous biodiversity of nature. Bacteria, fungi, viruses, all at play in the fields of your being, updating the genome, downloading the ancestral DNA, your choice menu, all combining. The agriculture around us, massive microbiome. The agriculture of your body, massive microbiome. Toxins are getting in there and burning holes in your gut. So many people have this issue. So we want to do the restorative. Meditation is one version. Just letting that stillness work its magic. So then we go from the organs in the chest down to the gut, stomach, spleen, earth energy, experiencing the gut microbiome. It's been hard to digest reality lately. So this half-digested experience is leaving people a little malnourished, upset, confused, can't think straight, weak. Instead of being weak, weary, and wired, we want to be happy, strong, and inspired. We want to move from pain to pleasure. Move out of fear to divine bliss, right, to Ananda Shakti. Fear is a combination of things, right? It's an oxygen issue, disconnect from the Supreme Self issue, creating enemy image, misperceiving things, snake in a rope. Lack of Shakti, right? You're somehow missing the power. So get in touch with that power in the body. Just allowing it to be. Oxygenating. If you have a headache, feeling stress up in the brain, that's usually a metal issue, right? It usually comes from the colon. So if your head is tight, jammed up, relax your gut, ascending, transverse, descending colon. It's usually a case of hyper-perfectionism. Headaches. We want it a certain way, and then we make ourselves wrong, or we try to make it so right, but it's a struggle. So we're just relaxed brain. Dropping into the heart. Grounding the earth energy. There's a chakra in the feet. Connect to the earth. And then there's a chakra above the head. Chakra 9 to the galaxy, like a dish. Aligning with that. Feel the peace. If you have inflammation in your body, fire element might be too elevated. Cool it down. Invoke more water energy. around the fire and the earth energy. Earth is interesting. It can firm up and hold the water, or the water can dissolve the earth. Like maybe what's happening in Louisiana right now, right? It's too much water. Earth is big mud, big muddy. So firming up the earth energy in your body, feeling the ground. The metal element is the air element in the Western system. And the wood is an additional element. Chinese have 5-element theory. You add this wood principle, you think, well, isn't wood made up of all the 4 other elements? Yes, but there's something about it that's different, right? It grows, it's something else going on in there. It's a dynamic. So this wood element in the body, if it grows too much, if it's overwrought, I don't know, you could be an egomaniac or something, right? Just over the top, expansion, out of balance. So this wood principle in balance with the earth element, balance with the water principle, metal element of the lungs, large intestine. And you could probably say your skin is also metal element because it's your 3rd lung. So let's just tune into the skin for a minute. Your edge, your boundary, your periphery. Just feeling this boundary to our being. That's not really the boundary to your being, right? There's all these other subtle electrical layers. The body electric. Walt Whitman's poem, I Sing the Body Electric. 170 years ago. Many sheaths to the physical body, electromagnetic layers of mind, emotion, connecting to this physical. And then there's other layers that are more transcendental. And then there's like a field template that creates your body, energy template. Just getting in touch with your energy template, your blueprint. It's like your astrology chart before you were born. They actually have an astrology for that. I think it's called draconic astrology, right? Where they tune into the being that you are before you took this body. It tells you something about your soul. So let's say there is this part of you that's not the body, this template, electromagnetic field, transmigrational, subtle energy body. In India, they just make it quite simple. They say there's 4 bodies. Your physical, subtle, causal, supercausal, at least in one system. And what does that mean? Let's go backwards. Supercausal is like that dot that creates the universe. The causal body is the sort of the black hole we go into when we sleep, that has these deep templates, and then subtle energy unfolds from there, and then we get the physical body. So most of our issues start at this deeper subatomic level, which is why meditation is so good for helping resolve those, because it may be one of the only ways to do that, because drugs don't take care of the deep template issues, the tears in our field, and whatever we're bringing in from subtle energy levels. So the stillness is perhaps the best response. Then it fixes itself, essentially. Most of us is fixing ourselves anyway. Just noticing this, that we're being breathed, whether you're breathing consciously or not. Every cell in your body is regenerating. There's a quadrillion microorganisms all having their say. So we just bask in that beautiful way, that beautiful day. Whoa. Relaxing eyeballs and jaw, relaxing brain and neck. Beingness is not the gift we always give ourselves, right? We could do better. And we are human beings. So there is this activating force in the body, right? There's this quiescence, this calming dynamic in the heart, centripetal field, magnetic attraction, pulling everything into you. Having trouble dropping into meditation, use the breath mantra. Sa. Sa. kind of like we balance on the crest of being pulled in or going out. Every once in a while we just tip in, just drop in, abide inside with the peace. And that nothingness will give you the balance with all the somethingness. I'm just giving more space today for the meditation. It's funny, I was rehearsing this song earlier to possibly sing it, but here it is. It's about birth.
Expanding from the center in the spiral of pie, a Fibonacci sequence, the 5 by. Put it all together and you got to ask why. The who and the how, and the why of me. This is our personal geography. The who and the how, and the why of me. This is our personal mythology. Hey, yeah, 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 hey, yeah. Waking purpose with healing intent. This is why our journey feels heaven sent. We're made of water and living light. We're all made of a billion stars to see at night. The who and the how, and the why of me. This is our personal geography. The who and the how, and the why of me. This is our personal mythology. We are the puzzle. We are the bits. Grasp the whole and every piece fits. The miracle of you, the miracle of me, just goes on for eternity. The who and the how, and the why of me. This is our personal geography. The who and the how, and the why of me. This is our personal mythology. Hey, yeah, 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 hey. Hey, yeah, 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 hey.
Okay, that's called the phi of I. Phi being the phi ratios, the magic number 1.618. If you divide it into 1, it's 0.618, and multiply it, it's like 2. It's always balanced, right? It's amazing magic geometry out of which we are made, right? This phi ratio. Everything is in fives, right? We have 5 fingers. It's just all 5s. So Let's drop into the sacred geometry of the heart for a minute and notice that there's two attractor fields there, if that's possible to notice. It's the AV node, the SA node. These are like a jump start, right? It's like your spark plugs in your heart. They spiral back to infinity. So essentially, your heart connects to infinity. Hence, meditation, you might develop an affinity, right? Because it connects to infinity. So let's just do that for a minute. Just connect to infinity right now. It's there in you. Your heart is a transducer. You go from fear to divine bliss, to Ananda Shakti. Just allow that depth to happen. Dropping in deeper. So if you're having trouble sleeping at night for any reason, what comes up to say is sometimes the glands and the organs in the body are bumping into each other. They literally, like if you roll over and your liver lands on your lung might be going, oh, this is too salty. Right? Literally, this is how Joseph Campbell understands dreams, actually. Understands it as a somatic response from the body, as well as it's processing your day. And so let's just notice that all the organs and glands are, as we discussed yesterday, have brains. They're smart guys, right? They're not just flesh attributes, right? They're really smart centers of intelligence. Very complex. So giving them love may be the best way to heal them, right? Because they are so complex. So pick an organ that might be distressing you, whether it's your brain, your heart, your gut, kidneys, liver, spleen. And let's just focus on that. I'll speak generally about organs, but let's just pick the organ of your choice. It's not quite right. And by bringing this energy of this group together, helps concentrate, the collective concentration on that part of you. Just kind of like hang out with it. Sort of like a scared kid. After a while, it might start talking to you. It just needs your confidence. It needs to feel confident in itself. It needs to know you love it. So just thanking that organ, thanking that gland. Oh, I love you, thank you. Because if we're thinking negative thoughts about it, it just perpetuates its illness. So the neutral positive imaging. And then let's just do a general one for your whole being. Like in the frame, the picture of you looking fantastic, amazing, strong. Just hold that thought. Self-imaging, powerful. So like whatever your image is and whatever you're saying is usually how reality is going to unfold, right? In that moment. It's all based on your belief, because your belief is going to drive what you think, say, do, right? Everything. It's all based on what you believe. So the mind is the issue, the mind is the problem, the mind is the solution. That's what the Bhagavad Gita says. So many wise people in scriptures suggest this. Well, let's just relax brain again and take a look at what the mind might be before we sign off today. Like, are you the mind? Is this something that you are? Are you your body? It's a good question. I ask myself this all the time. When I start to notice that I'm actually not those things, I'm the witness of those things, the observer, and that seems to do the body just fine, right? We get the right alignment, the right inner posture, and then your body just loves that. So this beautiful feeling of alignment coming from the stillness, just the allowing that we're doing in that mode. You know, one single thought can hijack your brain and take you all the way across town to do something insane. Right? Just one thought can do that. It could just run you into a tree even. Who knows? One thought could kill us. So thoughts are powerful. They have substance. Sometimes they're disconnected from feeling. Sometimes they're slightly sociopathic in that regard, right? Because the left brain doesn't connect to the heart. It's an important thing to remember. It's the right brain connects to the vagus nerve, to the heart, to the gut. And so we have to route from the left brain into the right to get to the heart. And not everyone does that. So we deal with psychopathology. And so, again, the mind, where is the mind? It's sort of like we're a TV set, and it's the broadcast signal, right? There's a collective mind as well as an individual mind, which tells us something, right? That the individual mind is not so separate. It's part of a continuum, which is why other people's thoughts can come into yours. You can go into their dreams. It's like we influence each other massively. Thought-free state is great. Let's just go there. It's not easy to do, right? It's why we need to do this and practice it. So that when you're out and about and your mind is, you can just like, oh right, come back to the peace. Come back to the chest. Come back to this massive field comes out of the chest. So thank you, everyone. That was less words today. I sort of set up the equation yesterday. If you didn't see yesterday's meditation, it's on replay on my site. So it sets up how the organs and glands are all operating with each other. And today we went more into the subtle energies. Nice deep breath. Again, just tuning again to this beautiful feeling in the body. hard work to get to this place. All right, we just spent the last hour working it. And then sometimes we meditate now for later, right? This meditation will bear fruit at a different time.